Hi folks, how are you?
Hi.
Rich and Jay.
How are you, Rich?
Yeah, I'm good, mate.
That's good. What have you been up to?
Oh, mate, well, plenty really.
Yeah.
You know, I think we're going to have a brand new influx of different workshops, which is great news for everybody.
Yes.
We've been running the current program nearly
That's right.
12 months.
A year.
Yeah,
So what we've done is we're thinking it's getting a bit stale, our workshops. So we're going to mix it up and introduce some new workshops of different things to do.
Yeah.
So hopefully get more people coming back again and enjoying their time with us and learning more.
Definitely. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. So we've got a bit of a list here, so I might just have a look. So we still always do that, getting the basics right. So people that buy a new camera, they come along and we teach them the basics. The next one here is come and shoot a seascape. So
yeah, well, it's something that I've personally enjoyed for a long time. I just love the you know, that creative exposure, and you'll never get two of those seascapes that'll ever look the same.
That's right.
You know, because of that moving water.
And we've got plenty of beaches around here, plenty of options of places to go and different things to take photos of. So
it just seemed like a natural one to throw in, didn't it? So come shoot a seascape, that'll definitely.
So that'll probably take place of our darkscapes one that we normally do.
Yeah, we'll switch it out there.
Yeah, and then mix them up. Yeah. Let's get creative. So normally I do a macro creative workshop. I'm just going to expand it out to people that have probably got a 50mm that don't want to look at buying a macro lens, but they can use their 50mm. A lot of people have 50mm.
It just opens it up to everybody then.
Yeah, and do some, you know, just playing with lights and still lifes, water bubbles, all sorts of different things that you can take with a 50mm lens.
Absolutely.
That, you know.
I've always been a big fan. Like, a rainy day is no excuse to not get your camera out and use it. Look, I run straight into the kitchen, I open the third drawer, and whatever's in there, you know, I make something of it.
Yeah. Advanced editing and layering, so...
Yeah, well, that's going to take that introduction to editing just that one step further. I think, you know, we've had a great response to our digital darkroom, the beginner's workshop. So we'll talk about layers, how you can start to put certain parts of that editing process on a different layer. The benefits of doing such a thing is, as you start to edit, you know, sometimes you can spend an hour and a half, and you might look at the overall image, and I'm an absolute shocker for doing this. I'll get an hour and a half into my editing and go, I just wish I didn't do that to that particular thing. Or having a layers in Photoshop, we can go back and we can just adjust one part of a, you know, an hour and a half's worth of editing. So that's going to be great. Yeah.
The other one we've got here is natural light portrait. So instead of doing our
home-baked portraits, wireless flash. So getting outdoors, we'll use things like reflectors, diffusers, lens choice, and also just some good posing techniques. You know, I think convincing your friends to get in front of your camera, that's one thing. Making it all look good, well, that's the other thing. You know, that's the trick.
Yeah, that's right. And be able to just use the tools that you'd have at home. You know, a white sheet, or you know, without stepping up and buying a flash.
Absolutely.
You can get some great effects. Yeah,
for
sure. Great. The next one we've got here is come shoot a panorama.
Yeah, well, panoramas, I love creating art for my own home. Like, that is really the purpose of a panorama. You know, it really takes over your whole room. It sets a mood and a tone, and it's something we can all do at home. Today, these editing programs, it's no longer that laborious hour process of actually overlaying and lapping. You know, the systems that they have in Photoshop, Lightroom, they're basically automated now. So most of that is in the capture technique, you know, lens choice, etc.
I mean, even some of the new cameras now stitch panoramas in camera. That's a pretty easy process nowadays. Come fly with me is another one that we're...
Absolutely. That Mavic drone has changed the way that we film a lot of our location stuff, and it's some terrific results. And I guess we just want to impart a little bit of that knowledge that we've learnt, not necessarily how to fly the drone.
But how to use your drone to capture your images.
We're still storytellers. That's just an airborne camera as far as I'm concerned, and it just adds a whole new perspective to the way that you can tell a family barbecue, a picnic, a day at the beach, any of those things. That drone is wonderful.
And some of the tools then you can use, like little ND filters you can attach to the camera too. Great long exposures.
And getting into the camera's menu part, because it, you know, it still has a white balance feature, it still has ISO, it still has a lot of things that you can change that I'm sure people aren't aware of.
And the other one, of course, which is wireless flash. So we're going to probably step into, like you said, we were doing portraits with these, but we're going to step into doing some product photography, still lifes. I even had a go on the weekend with, got my flash out, and did an arrangement with some fruit and experimented with like a high key and a low key and mucked around. I ended up just bouncing the flash off the ceiling, get a really nice soft diffuse light over the, and no shadows, and created a good effect. I chucked that picture up and have a look.
Look, and I even played with a vase full of dead flowers. I was about to throw them out, and I thought, you know, just before I throw them out, I'll just see if I can make something of it, see if I can rescue those flowers before I threw them out. So I took them just with the flat light outside, and they were pretty dull and uninteresting. So I just quickly ran and I grabbed my off-camera flash. I actually am a great fan of this Photex, this Aries. They're not a TTL system, it's a single point transmitter and receiver that allows you to shoot your camera's flash remotely and wirelessly. That's regardless of whether your camera actually supports the wireless system, that will actually work. And well, you know, not that they're spectacular results, but I think I saved, you know, rather than just throwing them in the bin, I got some sort of result. So that was a lot of fun. So we've both been doing a little bit of homework for that.
Try a bit of that for that workshop. I know we've had quite a few inquiries recently about that style of photography, product photography, and even that lay flat photography.
The lay flats,
that seems to be very popular at the moment. So it's something that we'll delve into and teach you how to light and all that sort of stuff. So
definitely.
Really good.
And I guess having John Cullen on board in Brisbane, he's brought out a brand new workshop for us, the Brisbane City Walk. Now he's an architect student at QUT, so that will be a really exciting thing, I think, to walk around Brisbane, not just photograph the buildings, but have John just educate us a little bit as to, you know, the era that the building came from, perhaps materials that we used.
That's right, well, and even the things that they used to use when, you know, early Brisbane was built. I imagine there's parts of that building style instruction that they can't do anymore, and to be able to capture that. You know, you won't see it anymore in the future. They build things differently.
That's right. New techniques.
And of course, all the reflections and lights on the Brisbane River would be fantastic.
It should be awesome. I can't wait. So that new programming of workshops starts for 1st of September, which is going to be our spring. We'll run them all the way through to Christmas. So stay up to date, folks. Please click like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks.
Bye.